What's going on, guys? Beau Taylor here with Blackhawk Roofing, Beau Taylor and Associates, and the Roof Group, and a million other companies, but I'm not going to name them. On the forum, there were a lot of questions of kind of what the difference between a top earner and a regular sales guy is, or what are the habits of a top earner in this industry. And so I wanted to quickly go over a couple of these things that are a part of every top salesman that I've ever met. They do this in one form or another, if you can combine all of these elements, you should be wildly successful at this. And the first is just to have a system. I have to go out there with some sort of system that I'm not randomly doing these things. And so my system is I drive from house to house to house. I don't walk often. I'm going to pull up right in their driveway, in front of their door, whatever is going to get the best view. And I'm not going to get out of my car for no reason. And so I'm not getting out of my car if there's not someone at the house. And so I need to see a car in the driveway, or a light on in the house, some type of action, some type of movement, kids, someone was working in the yard in the last half hour, a bike out front, something that leads me to believe someone is there. If I don't believe someone is there, I am wasting my time. I need to be in front of a decision maker. I need to be talking to people. And so I have to always keep in mind to maximize that time. And to plan your day. You need to plan your day. You need to write your goals for the week, what you're going to be doing in the morning, what you're going to be, before you go to bed, write new goals, what you got accomplished. I have a little list I call a kill sheet that I knock things out with. And just so you're staying on top of where you need to be, and you're planning these things. I know what days and what hours I'm going to be working, and I always stick to those hours. If I set 15 hours a week that I'm going to knock, I always meet those hours. And I knock on those days during those hours. You got to treat it like a 9-to-5 job. Whether you're rich or you're poor, you need to be hitting those hours always, because you'll keep your pipeline full that way. And have a routine on the doors. I pitch every neighborhood differently, even on the different days they're different. However, there's always the core elements of my pitch. I introduce who I am. I tell them what I'm doing there. I try to make some small talk or reference something personal to them. How they have a great lawn. Did they do it themselves? Get them off the idea that I'm there to sell them something. And then ultimately introduce some new information that they might not have, and then ask for their business, or ask to get on their roof, or I always ask a open-ended question, something they have to answer. So not a yes or no question, but and I just wanted to come over and talk to you and see how the insurance process has been for you. And then let them give me information. Let them load me with more information so that I can ask for their business in the proper way. Next is referrals. No one asks for referrals like they should. Most people don't ask for referrals like they should. You need to be asking for referrals 4 times from every customer. And there's a million different ways to do it, but you need to be asking upon signing them up and leaving them some information where they can write down some stuff. Then at the approval, that's the time, it's time to really ask. It's time, hey, I let you know that I was going to be asking for these referrals. Do you have them? Let them know about your referral rewards program if you have them. I'll give them a card after the fact, but you're going to think, and you're going to give me 3 houses that I can get on. I know there's 3. That's part of the deal. Always work the referrals into the job if you can. That's where I have the biggest success, is I make that a part of the job and write it right there on there. And then you're going to get us 3 referrals, blah, blah, blah. And then that way you're able to come to them and kind of ask for those a little more efficiently. Then during production, You ask for the referrals again, and then when you collect final payment, that's 4 times you should be able to ask them for referrals. And those matter. The idea is to get off the doors as much as possible. For most of you guys, that is not my goal, which is a problem. I like the doors. However, you got to be working your referrals harder. No one works them as hard as they should, including myself. I have to remind myself weekly to go a little harder on these referrals. And then the next is have a packet. Have some information, whether it's electronically that you send, like a Sumo quote, which I love, or if it's a packet built out, but have something that offers more information for prospective buyers. You're not giving them out to everyone, but any strong lead should have some information that has, your BBB, your insurance, an about us, referrals, reviews, previous work, pictures of that, storm data, and the storm swath. There should be a storm swath data sheet that shows your house is in the storm swath. Look, information on hail, etc. That can really set you apart from these other companies, and more importantly, it's informative. That's really what our job is, because you're not selling anything other than the idea that we can take care of you better than anyone else. And so the idea is more of informing them of, this is a situation with your insurance carrier, one of the few situations in your life that you can come out ahead here, and it's fair and reasonable and owed to you, but here's the information. They have to actually learn why the insurance company is paying for this. A big thing I tell everyone is the insurance company is not paying for this out of the goodness of their heart. We're not tricking them. They're doing it begrudgingly in a lot of cases, but they're doing it because they know they owe for it. There's been a reduction in the service life of your roof. Your roof is going to last years less than it would have had it not been through this storm. And so informing people with a packet and information about your company, yourself, is very, very important. The next would just be the mindset. And I try to explain it to people I'm training as a quarterback mentality of each play having to reset. And so I can start doing that, or that this is a sport. In a sport, one carries 2 things. I can get better at it. I need to be practicing. I need to be improving. And that's what the field is for. I get out in the field and I practice. I try new techniques. I try to tighten up my pitch always. Try to see how to make it work a little smoother, how I can word things, understanding psychology. These are all very valuable tools out there that you need to be developing. And you need to assume they're a no at the door while assuming that you're going to sign them. And that's a confusing thing for a lot of people. But if I just realize I'm not assuming this person's going to be a no, but I understand they're already a no. They're a no. So only thing that can happen here is that I get a yes out of them. They're already a no. And so when they say no, my feelings aren't hurt. I'm not, I got so many no's today. I'm sad. I don't want to go out there tomorrow in the field. This sucks. It's like I'm out there entertaining myself, having conversations, getting to meet people, help them out, and get to know people in the community. And if I'm not the right guy for them, that's cool. If this isn't the right timing, that's cool, because it isn't always the right timing. It isn't always the best. Sometimes, most times, a no is the most appropriate response, because that's the best fit for them in the moment. And so I try to keep some information. I try to keep them in touch. If they use someone else, so what? And then I'm moving on. I can't do anything about it, and I can't let it drag me down, because the mindset needs to be that I'm going to go out there and I'm the best fit for them. My company is the best fit for them. And so if I'm doing those things, the rest will take care of itself. But you've got to have the mindset of continuing on and not getting bogged down by no's, because just assume they're going to happen. You're going to get so many no's. You already know this. It feels like you're getting your teeth kicked in sometimes. But it's always one after that you quit, or the one you think isn't going to be right. If you're pre-qualifying these roofs, don't do that either. It's just go ask for their business. We don't know the information until we go and ask. And that leads me to my next one, and that is something that is counterintuitive to salespeople for making money, but I couldn't disagree more with that. not enough salespeople do this, and it really bothers me. I don't care if you're starving to death. You need to pre-qualify your customers, meaning I'm not certain you're the right fit for me. Let's have a conversation and make sure this is a good fit for everyone, but I'm not up there begging for their business. If I don't get their business, or if I don't feel that they're the right personality type, or we're not getting along, or they're going to be a big headache, or they're going to keep the money, or they're stressing on points that lead me to believe they're being dishonest with me too much, I'm going to walk. You've got to be able to walk. I can't go get a good deal on a car unless I can walk from it, right? If I don't need to buy a car right now, I can go around and test the market and find the right fit. But if I got to get a car in the next 7 days, I get what I get. I don't have as much wiggle room because I need them. I'm thirsty for them. And so it's the same deal. When I'm out there, qualify them, let them know that they might not be the right fit for you, and you want to make sure it's a good deal, because this needs to be a win-win situation. This shouldn't be a situation where I lose. Why am I doing this? And so, same deal, make sure that you do not accept every person. Every person isn't the right fit for you, and it's going to cost you money in the long run, period. And lastly is probably the most important one, and that's just belief. Believe what you're doing. Believe in what you're selling. Believe in who you are. Confidence is king in this industry, period. Like water off a duck's back with the quarterback mindset, it's the same thing. I have to believe that I'm with a really good company, the best company, or that we're going to do as good or better than anyone else in the market. I got to believe that I'm going to do what I say I'm going to do. That I'm going to deliver on all of my promises, that I'm the right fit for you, because when I explain that to the customer and tell them the reason you should choose us is because of me, because of what I bring to the table. I'll be available to you. I've been doing this for however long. Our company is this good. We offer this, this, and this. We got free upgrades, financing, whatever it is. Sell yourself to the customer, but you better believe what you're saying. And if you don't believe it yet, you need to find a way to make it a reality, right? Go out of your way to go above and beyond for these customers, because if you do that, you'll always have jobs coming in. You'll always have more work than you can get to if you don't get greedy per job, and you always do what's best for them. Put them first by believing in your system, and then that's you care about the customers, and that you're going to do a top quality job for them and not cut corners. And if you're doing that every time, it's a lot easier to get out of bed and go to work today and stay excited at the door about the opportunity. Because when you boil it down, we're going out there and we're asking them for their business and trying to explain to them why we're the best fit to help them out. But it comes down to, this is a no-lose situation for the homeowner. No one has ever been able to explain to me one negative thing that can happen from filing an insurance claim for property damage from legitimate wind and hail damage. All that's going to happen is your property is going to be returned to a better condition than it was today. If something is wrong, you'll be much better for it. There are no negatives. They can't drop you from coverage. They can't raise your rates. They can't single you out in any way, including zero claim bonuses if it's a catastrophe date, etc. And so these are all things that we need to educate the homeowner, and it starts with ourselves and believing what the fuck you're telling these people. And I don't think that's asking that much. But anyway, hope you guys are having a good day. Enjoy your weekend, and drop dead for all I care. No, you guys are cool. I didn't mean that.